Hi, my friends. Today I'm going to share with you the concept of dominant domains and domains in general. So once we know our lineup of special superpowers, our lineup of strengths, and we know to focus on those top 10 strengths, that zone of genius, we can figure out our dominant domain. And that just comes from counting up the strengths in that top 10 lineup and putting them in one of 4 categories or domains. And that kind of, once we know your dominant domain, that gives us an overview of how you see the world, how you operate. It's like the big view, the encompassing view. So the 4 domains are a relationship builder, a strategic thinker, an executor, and an influencer. So everybody falls somewhere within those domains. And you can have more than one domain. But if you have 3 or more strengths fall into that domain, then that is your dominant domain. I have 5 relationship building strengths in my top 10. So connecting with people is very, very important to me. People energize me. I love bantering with people. I love brainstorming with people. I love collaborating with people. That's when I do my best, is when I'm connecting with the right people. They have to be the right people. I can be very discerning with who those people are, but that is how I lead. That's how I move and start things, is connecting with the right people. Strategic thinking is another domain. A strategic thinker has 3 or more strengths that fall into that strategic thinking domain. And a strategic thinker is all about getting in your head, being in your head, thinking. Could be very introspective, is very productive in their head. Planning takes place here. A strategic thinker loves to think, learn, and create. Not all strategic thinkers like to create, but they all like to think. Some like to learn, most like to learn, but not every single one, because we're all unique and we all have our own way of using our domains. But with that being said, people from the outside might see you sitting there contemplating, reading, maybe writing, maybe thinking, and they won't totally understand that things are going on up here. There's activity going on up here, and you're being very productive in your own brain, your own head. So they may not understand unless you tell them what's happening. And that's how you do your best work, is when you're thinking in your head. A person who has an executing dominant domain, they're a person who loves to get things done the right way, typically their way. So they like to be moving, taking action. Productivity is very, very important to them. They typically need some proof, some data, something measurable that shows them making progress, or that something is being produced, something tangible. And they make a lot of lists. Their executors are really big in making lists, so that they have a plan that they can follow, and they can check off everything they do throughout the day that shows they're being productive. A lot of executors will take action first and think about it later. Whereas a strategic thinker will think about it, plan, check everything, then take action. Whereas an executor is just opposite that. Take action first, figure it out, and then maybe think about it later. And And then the influencer, person with many influencing strengths, would fall into the dominant domain of influencing. And that is a person who loves to move someone from point A to point B. They love moving people forward. They're very good at seeing where people are right now, and they can assess quickly where that person could be and how they would get there. So they are all about moving people forward. That's what energizes them. And they use that ability to move people forward to help themselves move forward. So they will move other people forward so they can move forward themselves. So you could fall into one of those domains as a dominant domain. You might have two domains of equal importance. Like my domains are relationship building and strategic thinking. So I love to connect with people. People energize me, but I also love to think. And I need to be able to balance those two domains, or I'm not happy. If I get too many people in my life for too long and I'm spending all that energy with them, then that's not good for me. If I spend too much time by myself alone, that's not good for me neither. Either way, my energy just starts to drain. But if I have a balance of those two, then I feel really good and I'm fine. And that's when I'm my best self. So knowing that about ourselves is so empowering, so important. It can help us make decisions as to what we want to do with our lives or what that next step is. But knowing just this little bit has really helped me gain confidence in myself and see my value as a person. And I want that for you as well. So being part of this group will move you towards that confidence for yourself.